Hello, hello. Happy Sunday.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone today?
Just got off work.
Oh, that's a good thing. Sorry about the delay. Like I was telling you guys in the back room, and my daughter called and said she had a quick emergency. I left my phone at home. I thought I'd be back. I wasn't. And there she is again. And I'm ignoring her now. But thank you guys for making the time to be here on Sundays. Sundays, I know a lot of people sleep in or work early, but you're here. So for those who don't know who everyone is, I'm here with M99. I'm Fran the Savage, the Savage Ladies of Metal, of course. And you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Chris.
Ash.
Larry.
And Larry likes making faces, so if he does it, just go with it. It's okay. All right, so, and where are you guys from? What do you play?
Ocala and rock metal.
Yeah, virtually we're in Florida. We play a lot in Florida. Like you said, it's more like a rock metal band with a chick singer. Larry does our drums.
Yeah, we are missing a few people though, right?
Yes,
What are we
of
missing?
Randy, his mom's in the hospital.
Yeah,
he had to run up there and
then our band.
Shannon was just here.
Oh, he might have left. He might have been in the car then.
Yeah.
If you guys want to send him a message, tell him, hey, you can relink back on through your phone. It's an iffy connection with phones, but he can, and I will pop him back on if I see him pop in.
Yeah, I'll let him know right now.
Yeah, it's an iffy connection with phones, but he can, and I will pop him back on if I see him pop in.
Yeah, I'll let him know right now.
All right, cool.
what are you doing?
That looked really. At first, that whole angle was a little off. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. Okay, so anyway, all pets aside, so Larry, you're the newest member.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Sure
how's being a newbie been?
It's going pretty good. I'm learning a lot of stuff. I'm adding some good blends in there.
Nice. And so everything's been going good. I mean, and I've seen you guys have been doing a lot of stuff pretty much all year, and you just keep going.
Yes, slower than.
What have you guys been up to this year so far? Couple fests, couple concerts.
What was that?
What else have you guys? What have you guys been up to so far this year?
Just released our music at the end of last year and pushing that and getting the shows we can get in. COVID really put things up for bands for a long time, and seems like just really starting to roll out again.
We did write a couple of new songs as well. One of them we performed for the first time live at our Shred Fest that we just did.
What was it? The Shrimp Fest?
Yeah, Shred Fest 2. We did one about a year or so ago. We had a contest running. Our solo would won a prize, which it was your Schecter, right?
Yeah.
Was it signed?
No, we one of my
real nice guitar. And then this last contest was the meanest growl, but
time to let that end up.
Unfortunately, yeah. But it was still a really good show, really good turnout. And I have another idea in mind for Shred Fest 3 when we come back around for that one.
Yeah. So is this something you plan on doing every year?
Yeah, hopefully.
More or less,
Awesome.
yeah. Seems
awesome. So what was the prize?
$100 cash was supposed to be the prize for this time, but sometimes things happen, and unfortunately, we just didn't get there. But all in all, it was still a pretty good show, and can't reserve a contest for another time.
We have Shannon joining in.
Yeah.
There he is.
How's it going? What's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, just chilling for the day.
Yeah.
Waiting for all you fuckers to come over.
Well, I would hop on my broomstick, but it's broke. It's getting fixed for Halloween, so.
Don't worry, we'll be there.
We'll get you an Uber.
Sounds good. So we were just talking about Shredfest.
Yes, very successful show.
Yeah. She said she's got some ideas for next one. Did you want to fill us in on any ideas you have planned?
Oh, I haven't even thought about the next one yet because this one just passed, and the last one that we did was close to a year ago.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, she was saying, some that just started. This was Shredfest 2. So something that's going to be going on yearly.
Yeah.
She's like me. She's already jumping ahead. That's how I am. I'm the same way, girl.
I don't know.
We can see who the best violin player is.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the piccolo. What is it, Larry? The piccolo snare?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I'm gonna bring that tonight.
Too funny. So tell me about the band. Like, what does M99 stand for? What does it mean?
It's actually from Dexter, the TV show. I don't know if you've seen the serial killer show.
No, I really don't watch TV.
It's a serial killer. He kills like the worst of all people. But what he puts in their neck is M99.
It's a paralytic drug, so it paralyzes your body.
I like that.
It puts them up a lot.
I like that. All right, cool.
Only
I
reference
definitely like that.
Briefly, so you have to be an absolute Dexter nerd to actually know that because, like I said, the name is actually mentioned 2 times in the entire series.
Nice. I'm gonna have to look into that. But I definitely like the connection. It's it's an awesome. I don't know. I just like the when sushi said it paralyzes your body. I'm like in. So how did you guys all meet?
How did we all meet?
Well, you met Larry a long time
I
ago.
met Larry years ago. Shannon at my house. I think is the first time we met to come buy concert tickets.
Was that, or was it at Ryan's house?
It was at Ryan's house.
We did a secret show.
And I met your brother Shannon, and we started talking because, of course, we have the same name, so why not? We're both dudes named Shannon. And then he pointed me out to Chris, and as the night went on, everybody started settling down and leaving, and we started sitting around the fire and shooting the shit, and kind of just connected. Like we both had the same weird thoughts.
What kind of weird thoughts? Do I want to pry? Do I want to go that deep?
I don't think you want to go that deep.
Part of me does. I mean, I do. I don't know.
Ash met her guy Sean, and I was auditioning vocalist, and he had gone and got videos, a bunch of people singing, and as soon as her video came up, I immediately was like, that's a fan, and that's how that came along. So,
and you guys been hitting it ever since then.
Literally.
It was not an innuendo, but it worked out. Seems to happen for me often lately. It's okay though. So you said you've been working on some music this year. You got some new songs, new releases?
Yeah, we got
well, not releases yet, but we do have a bunch of new songs. We'll be going in the studio. We're going to be shopping around for that soon. But we have been writing a lot. Actually, we got 3 new.
Well, I haven't got the start on the new that they've been working on, but the 2 newest ones is our love song, Bonefinger, and then we have another one in the works called Wicked Games. That was the one that we just performed live for the first time at the Shredfest 2, and then we have a third one that they started that I'm sure we'll work on today at rehearsal. So, creative juice flowing.
So who writes all the music?
Everybody.
Yeah, it's a collective effort.
Yeah. Do you have to be in a certain mind frame when you create your music, or just is something like trigger you and you just grab that pencil?
I think it's a bit of everything,
really. Really, most of the time, some of the songs have been written on lyrics first, and some of them have been just jam sessions that turn into something.
Mainly jam sessions or dream riffs.
Good too.
And me, lyric wise, it's either something we all put together, or I'm going through things I've written, poetry and whatnot, and kind of working it. And Wicked Games was actually one of my poems. lyric wise. And then Bonefinger we wrote from scratch.
All right, I'm going to have to ask Bonefinger. What is the inspiration of that name?
Well,
Tell it, Chris.
I went into a gas station. The irony is, right next to a chiropractor office that had like an 8-foot tall skeleton outside. Got some drinks and a cigarette. And when the guy handed me my change, he was missing the skin on the tip of his finger, about a ½ inch of the skin on. So it was just bone, and then finger from there pointing out. I didn't want to touch the change because it grossed me out. So of course I called Shannon right away. I'm like, you're not gonna believe what I just saw. This guy was missing all the skin and everything on the tip of his finger. I think he mentioned Bonefinger, and I think we joked around that. We probably joked for 2 years.
Yeah, about that.
And then
So you wrote a song about the clerk?
No.
No.
We were playing around with the piano part, and so it kind of turned into a love song.
Actually, a big part.
Well, piano, bass, like it started with Shannon, and then, the piano is probably one of the most, it's different compared to most of our other songs. And like I said, it was a love song, and we couldn't really figure out what are we going to call it. And then I don't know where Shannon
just yelled out,
he just like, how about Bonefinger? And I'm like, okay.
It's just a name that's stuck in my head.
And it makes sense to make it a love song.
It's
It leaves people wondering what it's about. And we tell them our version of a love story, so.
Bonefinger, it's a love song.
99. That's what it is.
So what are some of your favorite songs that you've created or that you've written?
Well, for me, it's probably Cry for Help.
Yeah,
That's probably my favorite. What about you, Larry?
What?
What's your favorite M99 song?
Damn, that's a hard one to choose. I would probably think that the most, I would say Don't Tempt Me, because it's a challenge.
Okay. What about you, Shannon?
What's your favorite?
I don't like none of them.
I
I just play them.
I'm gonna
Kind of like Written in Skin.
of course.
No.
That is awesome.
No, actually, honestly, I think that my favorite one so far is actually Bonefinger, because it has such an upbeat, just kind of, it goes so many different ways, and it leaves the crowd not knowing what we're getting ready to do next. Everything's kind of a surprise, and it's not like us to even have anything like this.
Exactly.
Actually, I think I'm going to change my mind.
Too late.
Newest one, Wicked Games.
Wicked Games. That's a fun one to play.
Oh, Wicked Games.
It's fun.
Damn song. I got suckered into that one.
It's a good one.
All right. I was just playing
Nice.
and I did it to myself because they liked what I was doing. And so that's it. It's done. The fate has sealed. But it's that song in particular. The two newest ones for sure, Bonefinger, Wicked Games, by far the most different that we've done with our music. I would say for sure.
Progress.
Yeah. My favorite. I don't know. I think I definitely like Catch Me. Probably by far the most, but then Don't Tempt Me though. I don't know. It's between those two with being my absolute favorites. Because I think for me, vocally, they're the most natural of my voice. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm doing too much work for those particular songs. I just kind of feel those songs the absolute most.
Lazy ass.
Lazy.
Yeah, I'm just throwing this one out there. I usually don't say nothing about this. You might want to move the ashtray. He's almost covered by the camera view.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. And normally I don't care if anyone smokes, but it's like I see half of you. And I see half of an ashtray. So, So what are some of your favorite songs to actually? Well, I'm sorry. What are your least favorite songs to play on stage? The hardest ones.
The old stuff. The old stuff.
No, I think the least favorite, absolute, positively least favorite. And I love you, Mom. Don't hate me.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, I love her to death. And she requested that we play a song for her. And so she chose Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll. And as simple as that song is, it was probably the most complicated, stinking one.
It was horrible.
It was horrible, but we weren't feeling. Just didn't feel the song.
Well,
Why is that?
It's
It's just not something that.
It was just not M99.
Yeah.
It's just so. I mean, it's a great song, but it
wasn't our song.
No, but we did it for Mom once. But that probably was like my least favorite. I was really hoping she would have chosen Melissa Etheridge song because those jam, but whatever, I guess.
She loves you, Mom. She had good intentions. She did it. She did it. That's too funny. But you guys have had some really cool shows during this year. You guys played with Convalescence. You did some with Candlebox last winter. Also, didn't you?
Peter Clitt produced our album, recorded it, and even did did some backup vocals and some guitar on there.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, yes. He was he's a cool guy.
He was a super cool guy.
Working
very down to earth.
Yeah. It was a good experience for sure. Definitely still a great musician. And I think he has his own production company now, but
so how did that go about? Did he reach out to you guys or
no? We were in the studio and we actually had a budget, and even though we ended up being probably 3 times over our budget, but so we started asking around like who's the best out there right now, and his name just kept coming up over and over again. So we reached out to him and he asked us, he kind of wanted to know about the band and kind of looked into us and said, yeah, I'll work with you. And that was it.
He hated us at first.
And
then he loved us.
Why do you say that?
I got bitched at for a long time and I'll never hear the end of it. I kept screwing up the part.
Woo!
Recording, and man, he let me have it.
He worked you though.
Yeah.
I think
it was a good thing.
That's with every studio, man.
Yeah. Well, we came in there with 4 songs, and like for me, he had me sing each song 3 times each. So 4 songs 3 times each. By the time I was done, my back was just soaked in sweat. And when I first started, I had to take my boots off because my legs wouldn't stop shaking. Because it's Peter Clitt. You can't be that normal.
Was a little nerve-wracking.
Woo, boy.
Having somebody of his caliber sitting 3 feet from you, staring you down while you play.
Yeah.
Of course, I went first, so I kept screwing it up the very first song because it was a little nerve-wracking, and Shannon will never let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it was just so funny.
Trying so hard just to be cool and normal. Oh my God. But that was fun.
Are you nervous just thinking about it now?
No, because I think we've become friends. Peter and I actually talk regularly. He's just a super cool guy,
Yeah. So everything turned out good though?
Oh, we were with it.
And everything's coming out. You guys released a couple of those songs that you worked with him?
We
released all of them.
Yeah. What were the names of them?
Got 2 videos out. We're getting their early stages preparation to the video for the other one.
Don't tempt me. Yeah, but we got videos out now for the Catch Me and the Cry for Help.
Cry for Help.
Yeah.
What was it? I listened to Cry for Help. What was the inspiration for that?
Chester Bennington.
Kind of like a tribute to him, really.
On in his head and who he is as a person, whatever inspiration he was. And
well, I mean, he did, if you look deeper into his story, I actually had to write a paper, and he was one of the subjects that I chose, and he had a really rough, bad childhood. He was a victim of a lot of inappropriate crimes on children, we'll say. And he had an addiction problem as he got older. His parents split up. You know, he went through a lot of emotions. And then once he started getting with these bands and doing music with them, you know, he really helped so many people through all of his music. I mean, there's all kinds of stories out there. And he, in the shadows, you know, he was an advocate to stop trafficking. And there's a lot of conspiracies behind that.
I gotta pause this real quick. I'm sorry I'm distracted, but my neighbor's dog is just humping the dirt.
It happens, you know. Sunday entertainment. Larry's making out with his dog, and then the dog's humping dirt.
Dirt. Like for the longest time, he's just laying there.
Oh, we're getting a first-hand view of this. I love this. That's great.
I've never seen a dog do that before.
To each their own, right? Even they can be freaks too, you know.
Anyway,
It's too funny.
Person, I guess, and like in our video, his friend's son looks what could be a young Chester, which was really cool. So he's in that video now, and if you look at him and you look at Chester Bennington, there's like, you can't miss the resemblance. It's so crazy.
Yeah, you can't help but just stare at him. You know? I am a huge Linkin Park fan. So I mean, when Chester died, I was at my friend's house. It was on my brother's birthday too, and I'm like, another reason why I don't like you. You know? Yeah, that messed me up when Chester died. I love Chester, so if I saw someone that looked just like him, I'd just stare and creep him out probably, but I would stare.
Dog's mad at me. I caught him. He's barking at me now. All right.
Too funny. So how was the show at Convalescence?
Which one was that?
We didn't get to play that show.
You didn't get to?
No.
Oh, I thought you guys did.
Which one was that one?
That was the band in Jacksonville at Jackrabbits, which I did go to Earth Day Birthday, and I met Keith Wampler, the lead singer. Met him personally, and me and him talked, and we talk on Facebook. He's cool. Their band is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I missed that part where you guys didn't play that. I saw the flyer and read.
Yeah, we were still on the flyer. We had to cancel last minute because
there's a bunch of stuff.
Of course, the day in the week and then having to work, it was a little hectic.
Everybody had to work pretty much.
Yeah, and kids work.
A big part is I switched jobs, which made it where I was extremely difficult to even be able to get there.
Yeah, the hours were bad, but now that job's gone, so we're back to normal again finally.
Hey Ash, I got an idea for you for another song for you to write.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I was watching some history last night about Elizabeth Bathory, dude. That's some good shit.
I'm not familiar with her.
I'd have to show you some stuff tonight.
Okay.
Maybe you can come up with something.
It's terrible.
Good stuff.
Right. More things to expect right here. We got it live. The first idea. There you go, Larry.
Is that on Pornhub?
That's so fun. So what's coming up next? What else do you guys got coming up this year?
Well, right now we're on a short break because Ash and I are about to get married.
Congratulations.
That one for a bit, and then
40-something days, baby.
we got Head PE coming up, and then
September 18th actually is the next show. That's the Head PE show, and that's going to be in Gainesville.
I might as well break the silence. Now we're doing a Tantric and Small Empty Soul March.
February.
In March, right?
February or March.
I thought you said February.
I'll have to check, but yeah, we just got booked. Just booked on the Tantric Small Empty Soul show,
which will be
Hey
cool.
Chris, I got my
Congratulations.
ready for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then Head PE.
Yep. Head PE, hell yeah. Head PE's awesome. They've been going around like crazy lately, man. They've just been all over the place themselves too.
Yeah, they have.
They're a fun band to play with. We played with them, I think, at O'Malley's little hole in the wall. And there's about 500. They met 500 in that little hole in the wall. It was shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, that was the show. Chan jumped off the roof into the crowd, or off the stage roof into the crowd at the Head PE show. They didn't like that too much, but it happened. Whatever.
I always expect the unexpected. It's gonna happen.
And they turned around and did it at the Mushroom Head show that we played like years later.
No, not even a year. Like a year later.
Was it? It was a couple of years. Oh, I guess it was in 2019. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, so yeah, a year or so later, we were at the
Soundbar, I think.
Was it Soundbar with?
Yeah, I think it was Soundbar because it smelled like ass.
Like bumpers.
It smells like sound. That's all you need to know.
Well, I even went there and watched Attila play, and the Franz from Attila had said the same thing out loud in the place. It was just so funny because that place has always smelled just so bad.
An unfortunate fact with a lot of venues, just God, there's been in some where
it was
even
still
it doesn't help when you got 1,000 people with all this body heat. Half of them probably haven't showered in a day or two, all smashed into this venue with no airflow or air ventilation system at all. It's not going to smell like roses. That's too funny. So, Chris, how did you guys meet?
Chris, who? Meet who?
Well, I'm sorry. How did you two meet? Like, you guys are getting engaged in 42 days? I think you said 46.
Here, I had somebody scouting vocalist for me, and just going around getting videos, going to different people's houses, getting videos of them singing, and it sent me the one of Ash, and I was like, "That's the one." I'm like, stop looking, like, get her in the band. And I actually took some convincing for her to do it.
Single mom.
It was about the water slide.
To agree to actually get in the band, and after that, leave me alone.
Oh, yes, that's how that happened.
Yeah. How long you guys been together?
2 months.
4 years, 4.5 years. Yeah, I fought her off and fought her off.
Yes, that's exactly how that happened.
What I heard, anyways.
So you're getting married in less than a month and a half, and that's awesome. Is it going to be a location wedding, or are you going to stay in the area?
Right here.
We're going to honeymoon outside of hometown, but yeah, we're going to do our wedding here at home with our family, close friends, and then we're going to do our honeymoon the day after.
Where are you going?
Lover's Key.
Where is it?
It's right outside Miami.
Larry.
Little island outside of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. No kids, alcohol, nude beach.
What can go wrong?
Yeah.
Mom, have bail money. That's all that matters.
I know somebody's phones are going to be turned off for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And imagine what you come back to when you turn them back on.
Yeah.
If I could turn my phone off for one day, I so would, but then I'm more terrified of what I'll come back to and what I have to catch up with. So I refuse to turn it off.
Whose alarm's going off? I can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
It's not me.
It's coming from my end. I really can't get up to go turn it off.
It's hers.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. I mean, if I can get up, it won't be right if I just get up and leave the camera and be like, hold on, let me shut this damn thing off.
Fine, you're fine, you're good.
Yeah. But even I keep thinking about it. I'm like, it's only 2 seconds. It's only 2 seconds. So yeah, it's Olga, my other savage. She's one of my roommates, and she sleeps in different areas of the house, and she has her alarm on to go to work tonight, and she's right by the living room area. So it's like, turn it off. Wake up. Wake up.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah. It stops. She's awake. Either that or she hits snooze. One of the two. So anyway. So what do you guys? Okay, so you guys got a couple of shows coming up. You've got the September 18th with Head PE. What else you got coming up?
And then
The Smile Empty Soul Tantric, but that's all we booked. We're like I said, we've been working our butts off for a long time, so we're just kind of taking a short break as far as playing out. We're gonna finish wrapping up writing a few more songs. We've got one barely started, but plan on having a few more songs knocked out, and then we'll start booking heavy again.
mm-hmm.
Any album releases in the future?
What's that?
Any plans on releasing any albums?
We're working on writing them so that we can
Do
start
that.
getting in the studio again.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit more material written first.
Okay. But first, you got to get married to take care of that.
Yeah.
You gotta come back with a whole new inspiration of a whole bunch of different songs. You can turn around, you can create Finger Boned, and you can just have have him as the head
Finger
picture,
bone.
or Finger Boned, and point
Is
to
that
him.
a dance?
And then I was gonna be like, wait, what?
She fucking hates me.
That's great. That's a great song, by the way, too.
We actually played.
Yeah, we played
We
with
actually
Puddle of
played a
Mud.
Wait, I didn't hear that last one. Say it again.
We played with Puddle of Mud as well. That was one of the last shows we did before COVID, I think, wasn't it?
No.
I think Saliva was one of your last ones before COVID.
Saliva or Drowning Pool, or it may have been they ended up playing acoustic. Alita's Way.
Yeah, it was Saliva because it's February. So yeah, that was our last one. Actually, that show.
Yeah.
Saliva. Yeah, that's what I
Saliva
thought.
show.
Yeah, because COVID hit March. That was February 22nd. And COVID, they shut everything down that March.
Yeah, Saliva was the last big show because we had things lined up with Hinder for the local show, and then there was another one I saw it.
Yeah, we were going up to New York for that festival.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a huge festival.
Yeah, that was a big festival.
Huge festival.
We were all
What
about.
festival's that?
I don't remember. That was 2.5 years ago. It was right when COVID. We were supposed to head up there. It was like a 3-day festival. There's all kinds of bands on it.
Power Man 3000 was on. That was the main act. I'm just trying to think. But yeah, it was a Massachusetts festival. Was that 2020?
Yeah,
it was because it was the end of 2020. We were supposed to go. It was like a fall show in 2020. And the Hinder show was going to be after the summer, but COVID hit so hard.
No, Hinder was supposed to be in March.
Was that
It canceled right before.
Yeah, you're right.
It hit so many bands, including my old band.
What's COVID for you guys? Did it slow you down, or did it give you more inspiration to work harder and create more songs?
Worked hard.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
We wrote
nothing
music.
else was happening.
The songs that we recorded with Peter were the songs we wrote during COVID.
So would you consider it a blessing? I don't like using that word with COVID, but
I mean,
there's always a light at the end of that tunnel. You know?
I don't
Massachusetts.
think anybody in the world would could find anything positive with COVID.
No.
It's changed the world.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like we're finally getting back to somewhat normal, but I mean, it really put a massive strain on everything and everybody, and you got to work through people's fears too now that everything's kind of lifted. So it's just kind of like building everything back up from the bottom again, which is fine.
I think we all caught it. I think we've all.
Oh yeah, we had filtered through this band a handful of
I think
times.
Larry just got over it.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
son of a gun.
Yeah.
You have symptoms, or are you asymptomatic? Are you what do they say? That asymptomatical, whatever it is.
I'm asymptomatic because I had it and I wouldn't have known unless I took a test. This one, on the other hand, was dying for the whole week.
Me and my daughter had it last week for a week.
To be fair, though, if I catch a cold, I'm dying. So.
That's most guys, okay? And I know she's gonna agree with me. When you guys are like kings of the world until you catch a cold, then you're worse than our children.
So we're babies if we complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be worse than the children, but we're not worse than the women.
Debatable. That depends on us.
Hey, Ash, they quarantined everybody that was in my daughter's class. So, yeah. The day that my daughter was found positive, they quarantined the whole classroom, including the teacher. What? I'm busy.
What's on stream?
The devil.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
This is what's gonna come.
Uh-huh. Show me later.
No, it's
Show me later. I'm
Hi, sweetie.
You're on live TV.
You're live. You know what? Buddy, you can show us too. You can get her 5 seconds of fame. She's a cutie, Dad. How old is she?
8 years old.
Yeah.
Yep. She's
Is she
getting
the only
big.
one?
Yep. That's my only little one.
Oh, so she has it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. She's got it good. I got 2 daughters. They're 5 years apart. Doesn't work out well. That's all I gotta say. They want to kill each other. It's me splitting into 2 personalities. So when I deal with them, I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I understand, but no, my youngest one's the easy one, actually.
Or 2 try to kill each other from the time they wake up till they go to sleep.
Yep. The oldest though, she's the easy one. She's the golden child.
The first one, really, how many kids do you have?
Collectively 3.
Collectively, I like that.
Well,
Wait till
3 in
she's 8.
total.
She has a baby with Shannon.
Wait till she's 8.
What? Don't listen to anything he says. That's all a lie.
So, any plans? Have you guys having any babies?
No.
Done.
October 2nd.
That's what they always say.
9 months of pregnancy and then the actual birth part.
I feel you. I get it. I do get it. On every level, I get it. I cut myself off at 2 and said never again.
We finally just got the youngest ones. They're like potty trained, mostly self-sufficient, in school all day. Finally, not broken up like it was last year with the damn preschool or one of them's home while the other one's at school. No, but all the kids are gone. And it's, I don't want to do
You
it.
get smile when she says it. She's like, I'm at peace. I love it. And I understand completely.
Woo.
Except mine are in high school and college now.
Maybe
So I don't have to even get a babysitter. I can say I'm out.
Yeah, mine are all teenagers, so.
see, I'm almost there, but we're not there yet. Man, I know.
And what about you, Shannon? How old are your kids?
I got one that's 19. I got 3 boys. I've got one that's 19. I've got a 16-year-old and one soon to be 15.
Yeah, so you got it made like me. You can just up and leave.
Yeah, I can just get up and go.
They can wipe their own butt. They can feed themselves. You can up and leave whenever you want. You're good to go. So
Because they're already,
you guys will be there soon.
once they turn
Also,
teenagers,
there's a
they
lot-
stop talking to you.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad thing when they don't talk to you. You actually look forward to it. Sorry to say that, girls. I love you, but seriously, it's a break for us too. We don't mind, and they're a lot more expensive when they're in the teen years. It's not about toys anymore. Now it's electronics. It's everything.
And they're
10 times more expensive.
now. What do you talk about teenage years? They're expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does start young because they're being brought up in the on the computer world. So everything is Amazon, computers, this, that. It gets worse when they get older. A lot worse.
Just food.
It's pouring over here.
Eat us out of house. Like completely clean us out. I'll go grocery shopping. Half of it's gone in 2-3 days, if that. It's all underneath their beds when they're done. But I mean, I can't keep up even with their damn appetite. Like, can't keep up.
Start hiding the food in your room.
That don't work.
And slowly, every day or so, bring out a bag of chips.
They ran.
It works. Trust me, it helps. Just lock your door. I did it. Maintain the food that way. Oh, hi, puppers.
Start covering the candy and chili pepper.
Yeah, that's right.
Watch them steal it.
Oh God.
Funny.
Yeah, just use Vaseline.
Okay.
I want to touch it.
So, what are some of your favorite stages or venues you've played at?
Birthday.
House of Blues.
And that's
The Orpheum.
Rock Crusher Canyon.
Yeah, that was a pretty
Rock
cool.
Crusher Canyon was nice.
Yeah, that was a very nice stage.
Where was that at?
Crystal River. I think.
Yeah, that was the one with Saliva. The
Okay.
river, yeah, Rock Crusher Canyon.
That was a big ass stage.
Yeah, and it was outside. I mean, the area went on for miles. It was really cool. And same with Earth Day Birthday, just because the experience. And then the sound system was epic. They had Queen playing at the very beginning in the morning when they were sound checking. So everybody
Nice.
online could hear us. It was too cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, House of Blues is just massive.
Yeah.
Perfect sound in there.
Oh yeah, their stage directors and team is just.
Where did my tea go?
I think my favorite one was at the Orpheum with Deicide. That one was my favorite place to play.
How about you, Shannon? I don't know if he's thinking or if he didn't hear.
I don't know. Honestly, I think the best stage that we played on was the virtual one that we did in Orlando.
Yeah, that was like
It was such a cool experience because it was all on, basically on TV. You have all these big cameras just right in front of you and just all this different stuff, and the room felt so nice. You didn't sweat.
that too. Yep, it was definitely was.
That was a pretty cool production.
Yeah, what was it? Virtual. Gosh,
the people who
you guys did a virtual sound. How did that turn out? I don't think I've ever seen something like that.
Well,
it was actually
not really good.
Who put on that do the sound and all the production for Earth Day Birthday? It's the same company that does basically all the major concerts that come through Orlando. It was all top notch HD cameras, unbelievable soundboard to live stream it. Because the problem with the live streams is you lose a lot of the sound quality going live, and
Right.
they had a really nice board that got you a nice quality sound live. So that was pretty cool because we didn't want to do any virtual shows because of how bad the sound was.
Right.
Everybody was doing virtual shows during
because
COVID. But then you'd watch it and they sounded terrible. And
but this was through Super Dave, the Super Dave through WJR in Orlando. So he handpicked all the bands, like the top notch local bands, the ones he would invite onto the House of Blues shows and stuff. And so he was working with that particular production team. So he kind of was the one who put it on. I think it was the Virtual Native Noise is what it was called, something like that. And the production company itself is like in this massive warehouse, and they have a whole separate room. Yeah, I think we were even able to have the screen behind us had our logo on it because they were able to hook up.
Yeah.
What about the UDTV days with Wolfman?
Yeah, but that wasn't M99. That was a whole separate, even though
it was a good experience though.
Yeah, he'll be
with all the bands.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of your least favorite venues to play at?
Well, we already know Shannon's.
Mine would probably be at the Chamber in Daytona. I played on pallets.
I don't really think I have.
Pallets? Really?
Yep.
That was the stage?
Yep.
Wow.
I think just small stages in general, it doesn't really matter where the venue is. I'm not a big fan because we are 5 people and we like to do a lot of moving around and stuff. And so when we have a compact stage, it kind of sucks because I'm stuck in one spot or there's feedback.
I actually like smaller spots.
Back everywhere.
Yeah.
I like smaller spots because the sound is so much better.
Hard things like.
Yeah, I can see the benefit in that. You know, the sound is tighter and more, more right there. But Larry, you also being a drummer, I mean, your drum set will take up a good chunk of those small stages too, which makes it harder.
But it can. I can play on bigger stages if I wanted to. I choose to play on a smaller kit, so I'm halving it with these guys because it's easier to tow around. I really do want to put some wheels on my racks. It'll be a lot easier if I did. So that's my next step. So.
Hey, David jumped on. What's up, David?
How's it going, David? Yeah, he just popped in. Popping in to say hello. So, what about you? Wow, what are some of your worst stages? I can't imagine.
I'm gonna have to say the alibi was terrible. Which it was a small bar here in Ocala, and it's just
It wasn't that bad.
Larry, you know it was that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It was small. It was small, but I've played some smaller places than that. Just imagine that was in half.
What was that
Well,
place?
You know, we got a couple of alibis by us out here, you know, in the Chicago area, and some of it's not even a stage; it's the bar that they
You're-
just created. You know, they just
Right.
created a space for the bands, you know, and they have
yeah, it's basically only just a bar, and that's it.
yeah.
Well, I
Maybe
mean,
like a karaoke stage. That's it for like one person. That's
Hey,
it.
they had pretty good Mad Dog 2020s in there, though. I'll tell you that much.
Mad Dog 2020. You said,
Yummy.
yeah,
That
we're
was
showing
good
our age
shit.
there. We're showing our
How
age. you
I
know.
where you live. Like all
Mad
my
Dog, though, I remember I used to drink the hell out of Mad Dog, though. I mean, that was some good
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. Chris probably didn't. He was sheltered.
Sheltered.
Mad
I
Dog.
see. We see half your face, hon.
We still the better half.
You see half my face.
There you go. You're good.
Everyone
Too
was
funny. Ah.
about the last time.
No, never touched this stuff, and I'm happy that I didn't. Not for me.
I'm not even sure what kind of alcohol it was. It was just alcohol when I was 20. So
No. I made the mistake of trying my first serve through a beer bong. I stopped myself twice from puking, and then when I finished, I puked. So I've learned real quickly. No. Like
All right. What's your choice? What's your favorite choice of poison? Not a normal question I ask, but why not? We're having this conversation. Bud Light.
Tequila. Tequila.
What kind?
Any kind.
Any kind.
Yeah,
Any kind.
we have no taste.
but he's grounded. We won't let him drink liquor anymore.
ever again.
Yeah, I grew up actually loving Ice House.
I like ice.
Yeah, before they changed the ingredients, they changed it recently in like the last 5 or 7 years. It tastes different, but I used to drink the hell out of Ice House. Everyone's like Ass House. I'm like, yeah, that too.
I
But now it's all about the Jägermeister. I'm
Oh,
off.
my
There's
sister.
a lot of nights I don't remember, but I have not heard any bad stories yet. So
I can tell you a bad story, but maybe at a later time.
we can
I
do it
do
off
not
camera.
touch it
Plenty of
anymore.
time.
I do not touch it anymore.
I hear that often from a lot of people.
Oh, it got me in a whole lot of trouble.
That's funny you say that because we're going to begin our next part of the interview where I start asking random questions, and that was going to be one of them. What is the most
not-
trouble?
it's
What
not
is the most
random.
trouble that you have been in?
It's not random then.
Most trouble.
Shannon, you start.
Yeah.
What?
Most trouble you've ever been in because of drinking or just in general?
In general,
The most in
I mean, you don't have
The
to like
most
talk about
trouble
any
I've ever
heinous
been in?
felonies if you don't want, but you know.
well, I mean, I've been down a long road. I was a kid once and was involved in some stupid shit.
Wow.
Got in trouble for it.
Put
And
somebody-
then in 2010, as an adult, supposed to be a responsible adult, I got drunk on some Jaeger and I hit a cop car at 60 miles an hour.
Oh shit! Oh, was it driving? Was it like driving too, or was it at a standstill? Like,
Well, there's a big long story behind it. I didn't have to do any time over it,
that's good.
but I still got the felony because
That's smart.
the airbag popped open on the cop's arm and it burned his arm a little bit. So they
Poor
charged
baby.
me with the felony. It's Kentucky. This was in Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky,
Okay.
and they have some weird laws. So the big long story behind it is there was a car that was following me down a highway. I was doing 80 miles an hour. I like to speed. I'm a fast driver. You can ask anybody that rides
I have
with
a
me.
lead foot too. I get it. I
I
get
have
it.
a lead foot.
Yeah.
And this Cadillac, it was a Cadillac. It was the 4-door car. I think it's like the SRX or something like that. Was just right behind me the whole way. Never flashed no lights or nothing. I didn't know what to think. I lived in a city. My first thought was, I want to get robbed. Because they were following me so close. I brake checked them 4 times.
I was gonna
They
say,
kept
Chicago,
on
that's a
following
normal
me.
reaction. Brake check.
I stopped in front of a friend's. I stopped in front of a friend's house and told her that I had somebody following me and that I needed a witness in case something happens. So I stopped. The car stops right behind me. This person jumps out. I have my window halfway rolled down, and I've got this little souped up car. And he tells me to take my fucking keys out of my car and reaches into my car. Now he's in a leather jacket, just regular looking person. And I pushed his hand away, and as soon as I did, he hit me in the side of the head. And I ain't gonna lie, I seen stars.
Oh man.
So I instantly dumped the clutch on my car and took off. Well, when I took off, I went around the block, came back out, I ran a stop sign and was coming in this in between. And at this certain little intersection, people would always cut, like just kind of cut that turn. And everybody can relate with that, because you could be sitting at a stop sign and somebody almost clip your front bumper just like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I seen a couple of cops coming down the road. They didn't have their lights on or anything. And as he was starting to turn, I was already doing probably 80, and I slammed on my brakes. And when I did, I slid right into him. Well, so as it went to court, because I didn't even go to jail that night, the Kentucky State Troopers came and talked to me, and they let me go home. Well, 2 days after Christmas, they came and arrested me. This is like 2 weeks later. And luckily, my girlfriend at the time, her and the friend that was already outside was going around the block when all the stuff was happening. So they were videotaping everything. Well, they happened to tape these cops pushing my car past the stop sign and taking pictures, making the accident look like it was my fault.
No shit.
No shit. This is one of the reasons why I live in Florida.
Wow.
Larry, what'd you do?
Me?
See, I wouldn't be shocked if shit like that happens in Chicago. I mean, there's some shady shit out here in Chicago.
It's everywhere. I mean, it's if they want you, they're going to try their best to get you.
Oh yeah, and everyone's paid off.
Everyone is paid off. Yes, it's about
everybody has a dollar sign on themselves. Doesn't matter what it is or what it's for. Everybody can be bought.
Yes, ma'am. That's true.
I think the worst thing I've ever did was I was recording for a band at a big ass studio in Tampa. This happened in 2011, and my buddy gave me $40 to go buy a keg of beer at the Love Station down the road. So I drove down there in my little red Escort, and I lost the money somehow. It must have fell out of my pocket or whatnot. So I didn't want to go back to the studio empty-handed, so I walked out of the fucking place with 2 kegs, not one, 2 kegs, $80 a piece, and I took them both back to the studio. The whole band and everybody that was there drank it all, and they asked me to go back and get some more. So my dumb ass went right back to the Love Station to go steal another keg of beer, and by the time I was there, the cops were waiting for me.
Oh my god.
So
I'm still dumbfounded at the fact that you managed to steal 2 kegs.
Right?
This is one, but 2. My next question is, How much is your beer down there? Holy crap, are you guys cheap?
That's what
Our
everybody
quarter kegs
says.
are just quarter kegs by us in Chicago still run about 60 to 80 bucks. And that's just for a
Yeah.
quarter keg.
Yeah. Back in 2011, they were pretty cheap here.
Wow.
They were like $80 a piece. So my buddy gave me $40 so I could split it with him. But since I lost his half, I had to do something. So I stole 2 kegs instead of 1. He didn't figure it out. He thought I just bought all of it.
It was
So-
buy one get one.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And you came back for more.
when I got back to the love station, there was a cop that was waiting for me, and I had a hoodie, and they opened my jacket and said, "Yep, there's the beer bandit." So that's how they recognized me. They said, "Okay, this is the shirt," and yeah, it was a Lamb of God shirt. So they figured it out, and I was arrested, and I was in jail for like almost 3 months. It was around Christmas Eve when I got arrested. So I was in
3
there for the
months
holidays.
for stealing some kegs. Wow. What was
The worst experience was going through Shoplifter Anonymous class when everybody was asking what they stole.
They have a class for that?
I said, I'm like, that exists?
Yeah. I had to go through a shoplifting anonymous class, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I stole clothes, I stole underwear, I stole shoes and makeup and shit." "Oh, Larry, what did you steal?" "Beer." A lot of beer,
not just beer. Kegs. Be like, bitch, I walked out with 2 kegs in my arms and got away with it.
Right, you're a hometown hero.
That's why they called me the beer bandit.
Jen. Yes, Jen, happy fucking Sunday. That is great. Well, you were named the beer bandit properly. I mean, it suits you. That's great.
Not only that, my mother was a corrections officer at the time, so she was the one who pretty much put me in my cell, and I didn't. Yeah. So my mom's a retired
proud moment in
corrections
mom's
officer.
life, putting your ass behind bars.
She was embarrassed. She was embarrassed because like all her coworkers were laughing at her, telling her, "Hey, your son is in here for fucking stealing beer, $400 worth of fucking beer."
My God.
It came back for more.
And came back.
Wearing the same clothes. Okay, so in the end, though, your friends got to drink the beer while you were going to jail, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, at least the beer wasn't wasted. There was no alcohol harmed in this at all.
No party foul.
Nope.
Oh wow.
They like 2 of the guys went with me, and when I got caught, they didn't hesitate. They said, "Hey, you guys got to walk home," and they were like, "Shit, as long as we got more beer, we're fine." So they took off, and they grabbed the keg and they hauled ass.
Damn, didn't even have to return the keg, huh?
Nope.
That is too funny.
Those kegs are actually still in their house to this day. They still use them.
That's funny.
That is funny. Awesome. How about you guys?
What, baby?
Dropped a baby once.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
Oh my God.
I can almost believe that the way these stories are going.
Uh-oh.
I almost. The key word is almost. He caught the baby by its ankle.
Oh my God.
Gone from fighting, and that was it. I haven't done it.
That is too damn funny. Oh God, I'm glad I asked that question. I have a list of questions I always write down randomly. Sometimes I skip some ones. That was a good one for me to put. So, okay. So, what is the best advice you've ever been given?
Oh.
As like by who?
Regarding anything, it doesn't have to be just music.
Oh,
It can be
I got one. Chicks before dicks.
What is it?
Chicks before dicks.
Chicks before dicks.
Yeah.
But dicks are for chicks.
So many ways.
This is true. This is true. Oh my god, that's too funny.
Go ahead, Chris. You first.
What's that?
Best advice you've ever been given. It doesn't have to be for music. It can be regarding anything.
I don't know if I've ever been given any good advice.
Oh shit.
I give you good advice all the time.
Huh?
Maybe that's his point.
Yeah, man. He does. You always give us good advice. Come on, let's go.
Oh wow,
Give me
Jen. I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put this up. Okay, so Jen says, "Start your day masturbating."
I'll go with that. I would go with that.
That is the best advice ever. Get off.
You finally somebody gave me advice and it was good.
Which was?
Start the day with masturbating.
And David said, "She said good advice." I did. And this can go any direction. Now, one day I know I'm going to be limited on what I allow on my podcast, but I love being me, and this shit's great. Okay. Too funny. How about you guys? Best advice?
Mine's probably live your life like it's your last day. I mean, you got to follow your dreams. Anything that you want to do in life, you can really do it if you actually try. You have to put forth the effort.
Yeah, never give up.
Yeah, you don't give up.
Don't drink and drive.
Like you're going to die tomorrow because you
Don't
could.
drink and drive.
Don't drive.
Don't wear the same clothes and steal beer. There you go. Change your outfit if you're gonna go back to the same location.
I should have went shirtless.
Too funny.
I should have went shirtless. They would have never recognized me then.
Yeah. Do you guys have a no shirt, no shoes policy down there? Because we do all over, but I don't think they really listen.
We got people that run around town in their underwear and shit.
I
Yeah.
just want new
Like
advice.
me.
Flip flops. Flip flops.
Don't
So
take
I need
my
to come down to Florida more often.
Don't wear your flip flops with socks.
face.
Flip flops.
Hey, I do that.
Apparently, you're not
I
supposed to.
believe it.
I never understood the people that do that. I really don't. I don't.
Me neither.
So do you guys? What kind of hobbies do you have outside of music?
Not mushrooms.
Hobby?
I already know where that one went.
I mean, music used to be my main hobby. You know, I mean,
Right.
that's unchanging. Reading, hobby, homework. It's about all I got.
Just music.
Yeah. I mean, karaoke.
They're boring people.
It's borderline. It's right there. It counts though. I guess. Sure. Is that how it started for you? Were you
Me?
singing? Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. I was 8 when I really started getting into like actually singing. I had to be on Pink CD that had lyrics in the little lyric book. So that's where I started, and then moved up to Backstreet Boys Millennium. And now I was doing dance moves in my room. And then I got all the Now CDs and just did concerts in my room. And then Avril Lavigne, Christina Aguilera. And my dad got me a karaoke machine that had tape decks on it. So you could record you singing to the karaoke. Yeah. And, so then my obsession went from just singing in my room to I would record certain songs and re-record and blah, blah, blah. And then at 21, started going to Charlie Horse on my birthday or when I'd break up with my boyfriend for the 20th time. So that was kind of, my hobby's always been freaking music or reading, I guess, because I'm a loser.
Wow.
Don't say that.
Thanks, Larry. You care.
David would like to know, where do you guys do karaoke?
Where? Either the
Or
Teen
bathroom.
Yard or Charlie Horse.
Hey, Shannon, I got you something. I'm going to play with these tonight.
Is it your piccolo snare?
Look at
I'm
his
gonna
little
bring that
piece.
too.
You got little Indian
Yeah.
toes.
You said flip
Are we
flops
going
and
to get
socks?
quadruplets out of you?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I can actually play fast that way.
Larry, you're Shuby. You're not supposed to wear socks with sandals. You live in Florida. You.
That is too
Y'all
funny.
talked me into it.
I know a few people who like wearing socks with sandals.
I would never.
I'm not looking anywhere. To each their own. I have my own, eyebrow razors too. So
At least I ain't wearing Crocs.
I did that in middle school. And you know what? All the girls said, "Oh my God, I love your eyebrows." When really they were being sarcastic and I missed it. And I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then they couldn't be mean anymore because I was like thanking them for being bitches, even though I didn't know they were being bitches. I thought this is okay to do with the razor and shorten them because I was trying to get rid of
Shave them off.
I didn't know how to pluck my eyebrows. Nobody taught me none of that.
I used to get asked by a lot of girls growing up if I dyed my eyebrows.
okay, baby
They're like,
girl.
are your eyebrows supposed to be that black? And I'm like, I
Uh-huh.
don't dye my eyebrows. They're like, you need to lighten them. They're like, you're using the wrong hair dye. I'm like, Italian. It's like, I'm not supposed to be completely white. I'm Mediterranean.
Mine are see.
Yeah. Blonde.
Oh, David says socks and slides. Is so ghetto. He says, Ash, you are not a loser. He says, Ash, you are not a loser.
We love you, David. Oh, here we go again. Okay.
It's too funny.
Start rounding.
So
it's
I have more
more
questions,
like
but I
crazy.
am going to go ahead and maybe ask maybe one or two more, and then we're going to cut it short. You guys, again, thank you for understanding for coming on a little late. I had issues with my daughter. So she's been full force back in my life now, and she's like, wow.
It happens.
Yeah,
Kids
yeah.
are a priority.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm okay with that.
Check this out. It is thundering and lightning outside so bad, my dog is scared shitless. She is shaking.
From you, and it's barely doing anything.
You know
It's
what?
bad
It's
over
the
here.
socks and it's the socks and the sandals. She's good.
Yep.
Damn,
It's
so
already rained here, so practice is
You
on.
okay? You alright?
Aw,
She is scared to death.
Daddy, just give her a big hug and hold her. She's
Aw.
look at that. She's so cute.
And jealous. She's like, pay attention to me.
Right?
Oh, you got peanut butter?
Yeah.
You peanut butter layer.
Say no more airtime for you, Daddy. So you guys again, thank you for joining me today. If fans wanted to check you out and check out your songs or platforms or merch, where can they go?
99 band.
On Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, well, not
Spotify.
TikTok.
We're on pretty much every music platform there is out there.
Yeah.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. And sometimes we're on Sunday nights on Native Noise with Super Dave, and
You can
Saturdays.
log in anywhere in the country to hear.
Yep, that's on the iHeartRadio app as well. Sundays.
Awesome. Well, I would love to see you guys. If you guys ever start touring, you start heading towards the Midwest, hit me up. I'd love to bring you guys on and check you out. If we need any beer, Larry is the last one we're going to send to get it. I will get it covered. Taken care of.
Yeah.
I will have it delivered. Uber Eats now delivers beer. If anyone doesn't know that, Uber Eats does
Oh, I know.
deliver beer.
I'm so old
think
school. I
DoorDash
didn't even know what
does too.
Uber was.
Yeah, it
until-
probably does. I mean, I remember growing up, we always said it'd be cool if we can, have beer delivered. And I remember saying that 20 years ago, and now it's happening.
And now it's actually a thing.
L2.
Yep.
Go.
Oh yeah. And I do
I
Uber
just
Eats
got
once in a while, yeah.
groceries. I just got groceries delivered to me yesterday from Walmart. It was pretty cool.
It's getting to the point where you don't have to do anything. You don't have to leave your house at all. You really don't. You can have everything brought to you.
Yeah, I know that's how people get so lazy.
Yeah,
gotta
you know
get
what?
out
I
of
was gonna
your
say that's a
house.
blessing, but then people are gonna get really big, really lazy. It's when somebody climbs out from underneath that rock they've been living in for a month or two. Everyone's gonna be like,
But there's also there's people that's got disabilities. They can't drive, so they got to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah,
that's
does. Yeah, no, that's a very big help for them. You're right. You are absolutely right. And that's
Very
catch
proud.
22. It's good for some. lazy for others, to each their own, you know. But in the end, they're making that money. Get that money. So
Everybody's got to have a hustle.
exactly. You know, some of them, you know, a few. In today's day and age, you need a few hustles now. You can't just have one job. Nobody's going to survive with one job. No. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. And again, you know, when you guys start hitting the Midwest, definitely hit me up. You know, I would love to come check you guys out. And you guys seem like we'd be a lot of fun. We'd have some fun together. Maybe end up in jail a few times.
Like I said, for 50 grand, you can have us.
All right. You guys, thank you so much. And again, you have a beautiful, happy Sunday. And I'll see you guys soon.
No, thank you. We're getting ready to jam out. So,
all right. Enjoy practice. Kill it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.